Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is hot, dude. It's hot. I'm sorry for the wait. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing good. I'm going to a toddler's birthday in the park. It's so hot. I'm gonna die. No! Sam and Clark are having like a daddy-daughter day, which is very cute, and they're at like a water something. Which I was a little she was really excited to go, but I was a little worried because she's like me, and sometimes when water touches her face, she freaks out. And so I was like, oh no. My poor baby is gonna go to this like cool, fun water thing to help beat the heat, and the second water touches her face, she's gonna be like, I want to go home, I hate this. But actually it looks like she's having fun, so that's good. I just got a video just now, but what winds up happening sometimes, this is all a really long way to say that I took a nap by accident, and that's why I'm late. Sometimes when you are so used to being around your family, and suddenly your family goes and you're left by yourself, like during the day, your brain is like, I don't know what to do, because you're you're like, I'm excited, I'm gonna just like chill, I'm gonna make myself a drink, I'm gonna sit outside, you know, or like whatever, I'm just gonna chill. I chilled too hard. I chilled too hard. I went upstairs, I took a shower, and then I fell asleep and woke up and was like, no! A classic. But yeah, Clark was very excited for today. She was like, Daddy and I are gonna do daddy-daughter days all the time now. I was like, that would be awesome. I think you should. I'm experiencing no chill today. Yeah. I'm watching while having a picnic by the beach with my littles. Yes! That's so great. I hope you have an amazing time. Chilled too close to the sun, for real. And then, on my way out, I realized, so last year I was talking about a blueberry shrub that I made, which is basically like a vinegar mixer. So it's vinegar, honey, blueberry, and ginger. And you just boil it all together, and then you can like mix it into whatever you want. Just water, or, you know, like seltzer or champagne or whatever. And it's delicious. So I made it last summer, and I was like, oh, I have everything to do that again. I'm going to make it again. And so I made it this morning, and then all the shit happened, and my family left. And then I was like, wow, I'm going to just chill. And when I came downstairs panicking, like, fuck, I'm going to be late, I saw that the shrub was still on the, on the stove. And I was like, no! So I had to bottle that up really quick. It's like, I'm going to be so fucking late, dude. It is what it is. Hi, Jaws! For any of you who missed it, Jaws Stone in chat is Jossum, rebranded, renamed. And we did a art stream together on Friday, and it was very fun. I thought you made a plant for a second. I know, that's why I try to... If I say shrub, it's not like a super well-known thing to make. And so I try to immediately be like, it's a drink. It's a vinegar-based drink thing. It's not a plant. But yeah, I loved it last time I made it. So I made it again. And then forgot about it on the stove. Which is so cute and so like me. When you start working out of your new home, will you buy a new chair? I don't know. This chair is basically another character at this point. It is warm. Free, I hope you guys are staying cool. I was like, Sam, you gotta pull the AC unit out, dude. Because it's about to get too hot in this house. Sam looks beautiful in the photo he tweeted. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I can't tell if you're goofing or not. I want to think you're not, though, because my husband is beautiful. Yes! He's a dad. Look at that dad. You know what I did do, though? Yesterday, I finished dehydrating the strawberry leaves and made tea out of the strawberry leaves and put it on ice, and that was delicious. I do think, like, probably, because the apple leaves, we fermented those for, like, 2 days. And there's, like, they're very earthy, because they're, you know, at the end of the day, they're leaves, right? But the apple ones have sort of like almost like an apple cidery sort of smell to them. And there's a little bit of that in the taste as well. The strawberry leaves, they taste fine. They taste like kind of a really basic, you know, like a green tea or like an earthy flavored tea. But I was like, I wonder if we had fermented them longer, if we could have gotten some more like sweetness out of them. So I kind of want to do it again. It turned out good. Thank you. My hair was driving me crazy, so I curled some of it. Which was not a good idea just because it's warm and it made me feel warmer. But it is what it is. Oh, happy belated birthday, Russo. It sounds like Sunforged is probably going to happen. Oh my god, I need to take this nail polish off. Sunforged is probably going to happen beginning of August. So we've got like a kind of a schedule-ish for when that'll happen. So that's exciting. And end of July is when the Neon Divide stuff starts back up. I don't know if we'll have internet in time for that, so we'll see. I gave them the heads up that I might not be there for the very beginning. No date for the Peppa one shot yet. I want to do an off-stream tester with whatever system I decide to use, just so I can like get a vibe for it. That's so far away. Which? I mean, we're halfway through June, so end of July isn't that far. End of July and beginning of August are basically the same thing, so it's not that far. From getting my art made for my Sunforged character. Yeah, you know, there is a Peppa the Pig TTRPG. I just, you know, I feel like the system is sort of lacking, so I want to find another one. There isn't actually. That was a goof. There isn't actually a system for Peppa Pig. So I built on Friday. I came home and my father-in-law was cutting a bunch of wood out in the backyard. And I was like, "Are you making more raised beds?" And he said, "Well, we have the wood and I'm going to be gone a lot this weekend. So I figured I'd just get all the cuts done." And I was like, "Oh," and he was like, "But somebody else is probably going to work on them." And I was like, "Okay, well, I would love to help." So then it was a comedy of errors of me going to everybody else that lives on our property and going, "Are you going to work on the raised beds this weekend?" And they were like, "Abso-fucking-lutely not." Everyone was like, "Are you kidding? In the heat? No, I will not be building anything in the heat this weekend. No thanks." Yes, yeah, we live on a farm now. We still have this house because we can't work at the farm yet. So, hopefully within the next month, internet should be totally finished up and done. And then we can like actually live and work there. But, yeah, so I went to everybody else and I was like, "Who's building these? 'Cause I want to help." And everyone was like, "Not me." And then, I did that thing that sometimes any of you who are like builders or crafters or whatever, sometimes you just like, you need to start working on a thing, but then you get far enough along that you're like, I might as well finish it. So at like 6 p.m., I sort of like mosey over and I was like, "So if I was going to work on these by myself," and he was like, "Uh-huh." It's like, "If I was going to try to build these by myself, can I tell you how I imagine it would make the most sense to do it? And you can tell me if I'm crazy." And he was like, "Sure." So I started like putting things in place. And then he just like handed me a drill and the wood screws. And I was like, "Yeah." And then, you know, just screw these bits in. He was like, "Yeah." And, in the end, yeah, I just basically blacked out for an hour and just built a raised bed. But holy shit. He was like, "Just so you know, if you do this, you will hurt so bad tomorrow because these screws take so much pressure and effort to get through these 2 bits of wood. The like main wood, the like scaffolding boards that we're using on the sides, they're fine. They're pretty soft, but the bits in the corners are like a hardy wood, right?" So he was like, "You're going to have to put your whole body weight against it. Even I have to put a lot of weight against the drill in order to get it to go through." And I was like, "Okay." Holy shit. It was so hard. And in the morning, my whole back was screaming. And I was like, this is why when people are like, "I bought a farm and now I'm fucking massive." Like, this is why. This is how it happens. No, we couldn't find our drill bits to do pilot holes, so we didn't bother. But I'm sure pilot holes would have helped a lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're using is an impact driver. And so it's like screaming through the last half of it. But one of them, neither of us could get it through. We were like, okay. A little Valentine to say, "I'm watching stream from my own little newly rented workshop." Oh my gosh! Working for the first time here, enjoying the vibes. Also, big heart to Thundergrub for working on a yarn project for me. Oh, how sweet. Congrats. That sounds great. Yeah, it's hot. It's really hot, dude. You wouldn't know it since I'm wearing jeans and a black t-shirt, but it's fucking hot here. Just turn on the AC, ha ha ha. How fucking dare you? That's my default for any weather. I know. Yeah. I get called out all the time for wearing jeans in literally any weather. Especially because Sam is the sort of person who's like, jeans aren't comfortable in any weather. And I'm like, jeans are great for any weather. Clark's already going to school. She already has a school. And no, it is not a boarding school. Oh my God. Yeah, we've been getting, fortunately, we're getting like a pretty good wind that's coming through. So that's helpful, but God, it is muggy. I'm the same way with jackets. I just like jackets. Yeah. I've said before, when I first moved to LA, I was not used to living somewhere where it was just warm all the time. And I would bring a jacket with me everywhere. And people would be like, why do you have that? Because I grew up where it rains. And I need to be prepared for the rain to happen. It never happened. Yeah, you know what I need to do is get some of those, these are very trendy right now, get some of those like really wide leg, high waist jeans that just have rips all over the place. Bro, the breeze on those must be incredible. And then I can be like, I'm still wearing jeans, but they're breezy jeans. Breens, yeah, leg vents, exactly. Just cut some leg vents in leg vents. Cut some leg vents in your trousers. Late to the party. What is sad? Sunday afternoon Dooger, which unfortunately the acronym becomes SAD. Leg vans. Happy Pride! If any of you guys are going to Pride events and stuff, I hope you stay safe. I hope it's been fun. I haven't got a stream in a while. I was like, why is Dodger sad? I'm not. I'm doing pretty good today, actually. Sam and I saw the Spider movie. Spider Movie 2. Animated Spider Movie 2. How many times can I modify that and just re-say it? And it was good. It was good. We had a really good time. Both of us felt like this isn't a spoiler, I would say. We both felt like when you watch the trailer, and I like when this is the case, when you watch the trailer, you think you have an idea of what the story is going to be. And then you're like, fuck, the trailer spoiled everything. But for what it's worth, the trailer doesn't spoil everything for Spider 2. My favorite Dove Mage. Oh my gosh, what a reference. What's up? Yeah. Spooderman flick. It was very fun to, like, the way my friend Emily put it is, it's just when you really enjoy a movie and then you get a chance to, like, revisit that world and it's done well, You just have a good time. And I totally know what she meant after watching that movie. It was like, yeah, I loved the first one. So it was just really nice to like revisit like this style, like the Spider-Man universe in this style and like this type of movie, you know? I remember the Mirror Shades era, don't we all? Yeah, dude. Aw. No, that wasn't Eugene. Eugene was Nebula Jazz. Breakdown was Mirror Shades. Our Shadowrun game. Yeah, the Joel, but it's Summer's D&D character. It's so cursed. And then Bergeron made an animation that's my character like crying like this while the Piper Joel is just spinning. He's like, what happened to you? It's good. It's good. It's dumb, but it's good. Those things aren't mutually exclusive, you know. They can both exist in the same world. I don't know what to make for dinner tonight. I want to make something. I made a huge pasta salad yesterday. It turned into, on Friday, I went to my mother-in-law and I was like, are we doing anything this weekend? Like, do we want to invite people over and like get a kiddie pool and stuff? And she was like, you know, I think everybody's probably got plans. And then, of course, gazpacho's not a bad idea. And then, of course, yesterday morning I get a text that's like, hey, Dad's gonna do a barbecue at 5 o'clock. And I was like, all right. Message received, right? So I made like a huge pasta salad and we've got a bunch of leftovers from that, which is great. There are a couple of people on TikTok that basically are just making different like long life salads, like salads that you can pre-make and then just keep in the fridge. And I'm like, honestly, I could go through my whole summer just with different nice salads to eat. It was literally like spiral pasta, cubed up mozzarella, bell pepper, olive, Italian dressing, onion, you know, just, you know, all that sort of shit. Oh yeah, I love a cabbage salad. What was the name of, oh my god, what was the name of that one that we made forever ago? Goya? No, I'll never be able to say it right. But it was like a fish sauce based cabbage salad, and it was really good. Smashed cucumber salad? I don't think I've ever seen that. Ba, 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 ba. Maybe I'll make another salad. I don't know. Maybe I'll make another salad when I get home. Fuck it. Smashed cucumbers, chili oil, rice vinegar, and strips of red peppers. Oh, I feel like I've seen people make something similar to that. Would you ever do kitchen streams? I've done kitchen streams before. Yeah, I would totally be down to do kitchen streams or just like cooking streams. It's very confusing talking about salad in the United Kingdom, honestly, because salad is like, to a lot of people, just means lettuce. And that's weird. Yeah, it's so strange to me. I don't know. What is a summer salad? I recently learned about Minnesota salads. Okay, hold on. We're going to do some Googling. Minnesota salad. Snickers salad? Minnesota salads aren't really salads. Wait, what the hell? What is this? Oh, they're all dessert salads. Right. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, I see. Those of you who eat a lot of gazpacho, what should I look for if I wanted to try making gazpacho tonight? I haven't had a lot of experience with cold soups, but honestly, it's hot enough. I will mess around. I'll fuck around with some cold soup. No, with like the super green, like blended up dressing. No, I haven't tried doing that yet. Gazpacho. Oh, how weird. I feel like I only ever seen green gazpacho, but this is all red. I'm so confused. I don't know. I don't eat gazpacho. Don't be asking me questions. Interesting. I'm trying to figure this out now. So it seems like a lot of green gazpacho is made with cucumber or peas or like spinach. A lot of them seem to have cucumber involved. Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds refreshing. What keeps happening? Bro, I need soup now too. Fuck. Yeah. Cold soup though. Too hot. It's too hot right now. I'm feeling lonely. So like I said, Clark is with her dad doing fun beat the heat sort of stuff. And we brought out her bathing suits so that she could choose which one she wanted to wear. And it turns out there's only one that fits her anymore. This is one of the really fun things about having an article of clothing that you only wear a certain time of year, is that you don't try it on again for another year. And then potentially your body has changed quite a bit and kids are just growing all the damn time. So we were like, well, fuck. Well, I guess there's only one option. There's only one that you can wear, dude. I didn't know how to swim until I was a teenager, so I'm not like super pressed about that. Kendall Lagrange, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it. You dodged swimming lessons in school? Do they teach you how to swim at school? That's hilarious. Nope. Not where I was, dude. I learned the other day, if this is actually true, that almost 60% of people on the planet can't swim. If that's true, that's not super surprising. There are tons of people who are landlocked, like, that just don't have a reason to know how to swim, you know? And even people, I mean, like, it's not that I was never in water, right? It's that I just kept going into pools and not knowing how to swim, and eventually I taught myself. But like, if you're not like given a reason to know how to swim, or if you're like my mom has like a really strong fear of drowning and like suffocating, so she knows how to swim, but she doesn't like swimming, right? Like, so I think there's plenty of reasons for somebody to be like, no, no thanks, I have no desire to learn how to swim, you know? Lake Michigan is right there. We learn. That's what I'm saying, though. I went to the ocean every single year of my life. Every summer, I went to Lake Tahoe and went to the beach. I went to pools all the time. I did not know how to swim until I was a teenager. Being around water doesn't mean you learn to swim quickly. No, I wasn't scared. I was really good at hanging off the edge. And I wasn't allowed to go near the deep end. Which is fair. Yes, Amarian! I believe in you. Who taught me? Me. I taught me. I figured it out. By accident. I have a really vivid memory of figuring out how to float. And being like, holy shit! Mm-hmm. Sometimes there are things that wind up being kind of gaps because, and it's not their fault, but if there's a thing that your parents don't engage with or do really, again, my mom would sit in the water, but she did not like to swim. She would never ever put her head under the water to this day, for totally legitimate fear reasons, right? And my dad, I would go to the ocean with him, but he wouldn't really go in the water, not that much. And he never swam, really. So no one taught me. You know? Eventually I figured it out, but no one taught me how to do it. And I don't know that they would have necessarily known how to teach me how to swim, you know? Anywho, we can move on. I'm just saying it's normal to not know how to swim for a long time or to just not learn how to swim. I don't know what to redirect to. I'm just watching chat continue to talk about swimming and how good of swimmers they are. It's 'cause it's warm. My brain is slow. My body is slow. You have your glasses. I do. We can't find Clark's anywhere, which is really frustrating. So when I get home, I'm gonna look everywhere for it. You know, I've been trying to figure out what my hair looks like. Hold on. Oh no, we're not quite there. I was gonna say my hair looks a little Emmett Selke, but not this part needs to be way longer. kind of stuff do you want to produce on the farm eventually? Well, we're growing a ton of different veg right now. I'm very interested in preservation methods. So my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law are kind of like, I'm helping, but they're sort of like leading the way in terms of what to plant. And then I'm messing around with different ways to preserve the stuff that we make, because I get the feeling there's some stuff that they're growing literally for animals. So like there's so much lettuce, and at first I was like, what the fuck are we gonna do with all this lettuce? And Nancy was like, feed it to the tortoises. And I went, oh yeah, that makes sense. You know. So some things are being produced not just for people, you know. But I figure you just never know what's gonna produce a lot, right? Like what sort of abundance you're gonna deal with, or lack of abundance. So yeah. The farm life with family is sounding so fun. It is fun, yeah. Nancy's little house situation is being delivered in a couple days. So it's been such a whirlwind, dude. She was gonna live on the property, and then she wasn't, and then she was, and then she wasn't, and now she is, for sure, because she bought a thing to put on there. So yeah, Nancy's gonna be moving. Any animals planned? We have plenty of animals right now. We're not getting anything soon, aside from more chickens once we have a coop. No, she's been here the whole time. That's the thing. This isn't like, she moved away and then was like, no, I need to be near my animals. She's been living on the farm the entire time and was like, I just love it here. I don't want to leave, which is very cute. So yes, we own it. We've bought it. Yeah, we bought a farm in rural England, and soon she'll just live there. That's what I'm saying. She bought a house to put on the property. She's gonna live there. In a couple of days, she'll have a place to live. Currently, she's just kind of like couch hopping, but she's at the farm every single day. Yes, I read and watched Silver Spoon. It was very good. Yeah, we've got chickens, we've got 2 tortoises, we've got ferrets, we've got cats and dogs, a bunch of lizards. Those are all Nancy's, but I love them. We want to get more chickens. We want to get a pig eventually. Chat's trying to convince me to get a goat. Do you have a favorite room? Yeah. There's a room that has these like patio doors that Clark calls the monkey doors because she thinks that it looks like a monkey's face. And it's very cute. So the monkey room, the monkey door room is very cute. I like it. A lot of natural light comes into that room. Yeah, we have to update the animal command. Because there's actually 4 ferrets. And Rosie passed away. So I am updating. Oh, fantastic. When did you get dogs? They're my mother and father-in-law's. Again, this is a multi-generational living situation. So we're in one house. My mother and father-in-law are in another house. And Nancy's putting a house on the property to live in as well. Yeah, she died a while ago. We think she probably ate something toxic. It's very sad. Same plot of land. Yep. Same farm. We all share. It's very fun. And I've been looking at, I found a company nearby that just builds like farming sheds, which I shouldn't be surprised is a thing where we're living. Because I'm trying to decide whether or not it would make sense to put a shed on the property as like a farm pantry almost. Like anything that we're like, this doesn't belong to anybody specifically. This is just for whoever. Like if we're buying, you know, like bulk stuff for everybody to use, it could just be in there and then people can just go and get whatever they need, you know? No, So, yeah, for any of you who are like, I thought that there were 1 million ferrets though. I also said this to Nancy when the ferrets came over, because I was like, I thought that there were way more ferrets. And she was like, yeah, there used to be. And I was like, what happened to them? And she was like, they died. I was like, what? And this is how I came to find out that ferrets don't have a very long lifespan. And so if you're somebody who rescues adult ferrets, you probably only have them for a couple years before they pass away. So she was like, yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of them were rescues. And they live between like, you know, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. So if you get them when they're already 3, you have a couple of years with them, and then they'll probably die. And I was like, oh my God, I did not realize that so many of your ferrets had died. She was like, I know. Yeah. It sucks the ground is so much clay, or you could make a root cellar. I know. I keep wondering if there's an area that we could dig into, but yeah, it's a lot of clay out there. I mean, we can plant stuff to like break that up and add some different shit into the soil, you know? It's just a lot of work.
Yeah, they're very cute.
It's kind of how the community garden I used to work in worked. A shed for sharing tools and other things. Yeah. Yeah, my father-in-law and I are just consolidating all of our tools together in the garage. All of our paint stuff, everything is just communal now. There are a couple of things that are just his, and I would not mess with them. He loves his strimmer, his weed whacker. He loves it, and is very protective of it. So I would not use that unless he explicitly told me I could. I'm learning the troubles of clay with a backyard garden I just started, and I'm building raised beds to get around it. That's literally what we've done, yeah. We have 6 so far. I built one on Friday, and so there are 5 more left to build, and then we'll have 10. I think we plan to have 12, but I'm not positive. But yeah, raised beds, if you have clay, is like the way to go. I don't know what type of tortoises they are, to the person who is asking. I'm not sure. I don't know types of tortoises. They aren't mine. They're Nancy's. So I'm a tortoise auntie. One sec. How big are they? One of them is like this big ish. He is fucking heavy, dude. And he's the one that, like, half the time in the middle of the night, he's still just out of the house. And I'm like, bro, go home. And then the other one is a bit smaller. So that's how I know the difference between them, is one of them's huge and one of them's, like, significantly smaller. But they're the same age. They're, you know. Yeah, tortoises get huge. So, well, they need the heat. So they have a house with a heat lamp in it. And they stay in there. Do they interact with each other? I mean, tortoises don't, as far as I can tell, they don't show a whole lot of, like, they don't interact much with anything unless it's food. So Clark loves bringing food to the tortoises and feeding it to them because it's just really cute to watch tortoises eat things. But I don't, maybe they do and I just miss it. I don't know. More interactions between Sherlock and Watson and any other animals? No. Frank is scared of Sherlock, which makes me laugh. But if Sherlock, like, tries to be mean to Frank, the dogs lose their minds. Because they're like, that's our cat. Don't be mean to him. So they're at a weird stalemate now. And Watson's pretty chill about the whole thing now. Because she doesn't go outside. Sherlock just goes out and sits on the porch sometimes. But, like, neither of them want to deal with the dogs or anything. So they don't actually, like, leave. You know, they just, like, sit outside for a sec and then come back in. But if Frank gets too close, Sherlock's like, back the fuck up, bitch. And the dogs are like, you back up. And he's like, fine, I will back up. Like, jeez. Yikes. No, again, my cats don't leave, really. Frank apparently found something and dragged it over to the house. And they were like, Frank, maybe you should just be inside, dude. We found a little bird. I already told you about this. My kid's necromancy struck again. We found a fledgling blue tit that was like, its face was all mangled. And I thought it was dead, and Clark started touching it, and it came back to life, and I was like, okay. And then we held it for a little while, and then it flew away. But at first, when it was trying to fly, you could tell its, like, depth perception was sort of weird, because part of its face was all messed up, so it couldn't see properly, I bet. But yeah. Bye, Biptum. So, you're raising a necromancer. I would love that book. Yeah, we goof that she's a necromancer because the number of animals that my kid has picked up, and I've been like, that thing's dead. And it's not. And Clark, like, picks it up and holds it for a second, and it wakes up or whatever and flies away. It's often. Yeah, this is also the kid that, like, at what, 2.5 or 3 years old was like, Mommy, you shouldn't do that. The fairies don't like it when you do that. And I was like, well, I'm going to forget you said that. And then I didn't. Yeah, it's just a goof. It's a goof, guys. We're just goofing about stuff. We're just goofing about my weird kid. The fairies will remember this, yeah. Me like, I don't care if the fairies don't like it. Waits for something bad to happen. Yeah, that's... Which is it? Is it that I look at things and think that's dead when they're very obviously not dead? Or... You know, it's probably an in the middle thing. If we want to really talk about this, it's probably that there are a lot of animals and insects that when they are hurt just stay totally still so that a predator doesn't find them and like finish the job, right? Insects will sometimes like basically hibernate so that hopefully they wake up and have the energy to fly away, you know. So like, do we just keep coming across animals that are doing that? Probably. Yeah, well that's what I was explaining. That's why I was explaining about this bird's face. Like half of its face was all messed up, like it got attacked by something. Sam came to me yesterday and was like, I think it's time. I said, time for what? He said, it's time to clean the fucking house that we work in. I was like, I agree, dude. After you. You first. You start. Too hot to clean. Yeah, not now. Not now. Not now. We'll clean the house tomorrow. There's still just like so much stuff here that we want at the other house. And I think the intention was, okay, well, if we wait long enough, we can like put in organization systems ahead of time. And then like I still have a bunch of my craft supplies here. And I was like, well, why bother taking it over there? Because we don't have like a specific place to put craft supplies yet. And we do now. I bought a bunch of shelving and stuff, and we've started putting things away, and it's great, right? So I can like bring that stuff over now. But yeah. Are we making a schedule today? Nope, we do that on Mondays. I need a little fan. I think we brought all the fans over to the other house. We can do a demo day this week. Is it Next Fest? Man, remember Killer Frequency? That was fun. That was a much more funny game than I expected it to be. It's Summer Game Con. Oh. Can we play more? I'm probably not going to play more. But you can play some. Yeah, what did we play this week? We played Killer Frequency, which wound up being like a pretty funny, like a horror comedy game, basically. The concept of it is that you are a radio DJ and you're in like a really small town, and the 911 operator has to like do with it. There's like emergencies happening, like murders, and the 911 operator calls in while you're live on the radio and is like, I need you to be the 911 operator. Like, help people any way that you can, because I can't do it right now. I'm not going to tell you why, because you should play the game. And it's set in the 80s. And it's fun. You, like, solve little puzzles to help people over the radio. And then we played Shattered Heaven. We played Shattered Heaven twice, actually, because one of the other games that we played this week I was not feeling, so we stopped playing it and played more Shattered Heaven instead. Shattered Heaven really surprised me. It's not that I didn't think I was going to like it. It's that I didn't expect to think about it as much as I wound up thinking about it. It's a deck builder, but you have 3 characters, and each character gets their own deck. Which already I was like, no. No, dude. Because I like games like Slay the Spire, right? But the idea of like building 3 different decks at the same time felt so overwhelming. But it wound up being fine. It was actually really fun. And there's like this really like complex story going on. And it kept doing things that I didn't expect it to do. It's interesting. It's an interesting game, and I'm really curious where it goes, because it's obvious that, like, just from looking at the map when you go into the dungeon or whatever, that there's, like, tons left of the game that I haven't done. So I'm really curious where that game goes, but I had a lot of fun with it. Candle Knight is the one that I would say pass. Don't bother. I wanted it to be good aesthetically. I liked it. But the mechanics were not nice, which is unfortunate. So, I stopped playing it. Quasimorph was another one that we played. Yeah, we have played Wild Frost. Yeah, that's a good game. That's very fun. Quasimorph is like a really hard survival game. So we played a hot minute of that, and then I was like, this is not the game for me. This is not my type of game. It's not that I think it's bad. And this is what's out right now is also like a prequel kind of a thing. It's like a chapter 1 sort of, so it's not the main game. But it's not the game for me. But if you want like a hard sci-fi, survival game with like guns and stuff, you might like it. We played Bolt Gun. Bolt Gun is very fun. Bolt Gun is great. Very, very fun game. It's Doom, but Warhammer 40k. I had a lot of fun with that. And that was this week, because Shattered Heaven was on Monday, but then we also played it Wednesday. And on Friday we did an art stream. So many games. Yeah, well, I try to do more first impression type stuff. So we try to play a different game every day. I was talking the other day about how there's we gave our ring, not gave our rings, but like there's a person who's like working on adjusting and fixing our wedding rings. And I had mentioned that Sam and I both play video games for like our job. And she was like, that's so interesting. What do you play? And again, keep in mind that I play on average like 5 new games a week, you know? Couldn't think of a single game. I was like, you know. Games. Yeah, I do play them. I do play games. And they're good, and I like them a lot. And it is my job, for real. You could finally say Fortnite. At the time, though, it wasn't Fortnite. I hadn't played Fortnite yet at the time. She was like, my boyfriend's really into, like, Elden Ring. Have you played that? And I was like, no. I have played the other, like, I've played the Dark Souls games, and I've played Bloodborne. And she was like, I don't know what those are. I was like, okay. Yeah, it's just so funny that, like, something can be such a huge part of your life, and you can still just hit, you know, the wall when someone asks you a question on the spot. I wanted to pop in and say thank you for raving about Hades. I got it on Switch and I absolutely love it. I'm so glad. I'm glad that you enjoy it. What game do you have the longest playtime in? Harvest Moon 64. Probably. Games that I've played as an adult that I have the most number of hours in. Probably Final Fantasy XIV, Binding of Isaac, Slay the Spire. If I was gonna guess. None of my numbers would be accurate if I went to look, which is why I'm not doing the, like, let's go find out. Let's see what my numbers are for real. Because I am a chronic just leave the game on person. The number of times that I come in to stream and whatever game I was playing yesterday is still up and running often. So it's none of my numbers are accurate, you know. So I have no idea. But I mean, I have an idea, but I couldn't give you accurate numbers. You know. She played Killer Frequency for 30 hours. Don't. I did leave that game on for like 2 days, yeah. Yeah, Smushy Come Home, I think, is by the same person who made Mail Time. I believe. Yeah, playtime 23 hours on Killer Frequency. That's pretty funny. Oof, Candle Night, we only played for an hour and a half. Bolt Gun, we played 2.5 hours. Because those came right after each other. Shattered Heaven, we played 5 hours. Quasimorph, we didn't even play an hour of that. That's pretty funny. Everdream Valley, I've played 48 hours of. Oh my goodness. That's P Funny. $76 hours of Peglin. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, I leave games on a lot. How many hours in Final Fantasy XIV? I don't know. Another game that I leave on all the time. No clue. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I guess if you don't watch me really, Sure, maybe you go on Discord and you're like, wow, Dodger's really into Everdream Valley. But I think if you watch my streams or if you know me, you'll know Dodger can't hyper focus on a game because the second that she's done streaming, she's immediately in mom mode. When would she play it? Yeah, I am not. Sam and I are like, I don't want to say opposites, but Sam, again, please don't diagnose me and my husband. We're talking to people. We're fine. So, Sam's brain is the sort of brain that goes, I like this thing. Just kidding, I'm obsessed with this thing and I need to be the best at this thing and I'm going to play this thing until I hate it. And then, I'm the sort of person that goes, this is fun. Well, time to do something else. And then later I might go, I should play more of that. And it's a 50-50 shot on whether or not I'll do it. So, you know, I try to be understanding. But sometimes I'm like, honey, you actually don't need to be the best player of this random mobile game that you're fixating on. I love you so much. You don't need to Pokemon every one of these games. He's honestly the best RPer right now. He looked at, bro. we were driving to the Spider 2. And he parked, looked at me, and goes, I'm getting a promotion. The amount of silence that happened after I said that on stream is the amount of silence that there was in the car. Because I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, in GTA RP, I'm getting a promotion. And I was like, oh, I'm very proud of you. I'm so proud of my wife, Bonnie. She's doing really good work. She works very hard. She's a good cop. I told him the other day that sometimes people come into chat and are like, it's Bonnie's wife. And he thought that was really funny. I know. I was like, are you playing anything other than the cop now? Because he had like his rocker character and he's got his like, mobster character. And then he's got Bonnie. And literally anytime I walk by the computer, if he's doing GTA RP, he is playing as Bonnie. And I was like, are you anyone other than Bonnie? For real? And he was like, I mean, yeah, sometimes. All Bonnie all the time. Yeah. My husband and son do that all the time. They'll drop something they did in a game with absolutely no context and expect me to know what they're talking about. I think for Sam, sometimes he does it on purpose. He likes the look on my face of like, huh? You know? What happened to the dog character? Oh, that's a long time ago. No, this is the current GTA RP server is completely reskinned to be the 80s. So yeah. Yeah, and he was explaining that like with the like mobster boys, Lisa I guess has started playing, and Lisa is like actually Italian and unhinged. And so she's been playing like everybody calls her mama, and she just speaks in Italian the whole time and just pulls guns on people. And I was like, that must be so fucking fun. That must be so fun. Yeah, apparently the server has been really good. If you're really into watching RP and if you really enjoy the RP aspect of like playing, it's been like a great server to watch, the whole Ignite thing. I've still never done GTA RP at all. Every time like GTA RP stuff happens, eventually I get people who are like, why don't you do that? And I have no answer. I have no answer. I do think there's a certain amount of time commitment if you want to like get a lot out of it that I just don't have, you know. But I had an idea for a character. Yeah, that's exactly what my character idea was. Lexi said, I remember you mentioned you wanted to host an Art Bell type radio show on there. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I would love to be a character that's just like on ham radio, just talking about crop circles and shit. Do you still do the VR pretty thing with Mushroom Lad? Neon Divide. We're doing a mid-season thing. It's currently between seasons, but we're doing a season 3.5 end of July. So I'm hoping that I have... what am I trying to say? I'm hoping that I have internet by then, basically. It's 3.5 because it's not... basically, we're redoing a lot of shit about Neon Divide. The maps are getting overhauls. The mechanics are getting overhauls. All kinds of shit. But a lot of people felt like they would benefit... because it's been a year since the last season. So there was a feeling of like, there might be a benefit to giving people just a short season where we don't change anything really. But it gives people the opportunity if they want to retire a character, if they want to wrap up something they didn't get to wrap up last time, you know, just do like a really short, like middle season sort of a thing, basically. Introduce new ideas, new stuff, whatever. And wrap up old stuff. So that's the plan while they're still finishing season 4 things. Like, for example, I had to miss the finale of season 3 because I had a family member that was in the hospital and I didn't feel comfortable being in VR and not being able to like hear the phone and stuff, right? So I was like, you know what? A whole lot of weird shit has been going on with Moral's body. So we're going to say that Moral went into the mushroom house and fell asleep and is basically like hibernating. And which also I was like, if I can't make it to the beginning of 3.5, they could still be hibernating. You know, that could still be a thing that's going on. Basically like grown into the, because my newest major flaw was that if I'm scared, my feet basically grow into the ground and I can't move. And so I started adding a whole bunch of like, Moral's body is like growing in weird ways and like attaching to things in weird ways. So I was like, if Moral got like completely absorbed basically into the mushroom house, and they just slept for a while. Like, that would be a pretty good reason to miss the shit that's going on, you know? Melted into the wall, turned into mold. Yeah. I still don't know if I'm the only mushroom. I should probably ask them. A lot of people have left because it was just taking a long time for new seasons to start, and sometimes there's a trickle effect. If a couple of people are like, I think I'm good, I'm gonna do other stuff, you know, then a few other people will do the same. Or new people joining. Not for 3.5. They're not accepting new applications for 3.5. But for 4, yeah, I'm sure that they'll go into the community server and be like, hey, if you want to play, do it. Yeah, it's virtual reality LARPing, basically. Especially if there are intertwined stories. It's hard if a key person is missing. Yeah, because I think Spats might not be coming back. And so when I was talking with the DM who reached out to be like, is Moral going to be in 3.5? If so, what's the plan? I was like, I don't know, because they're reaching out to all the shop owners as well to be like, would anything have happened to the shop? And I was like, I don't know what would be going on with the shop if we're saying that Moral has been just asleep for a long time, you know? So you would have to talk to Nia, Spats' character. And they were like, I don't think Nia's coming back. And I was like, fuck. Then what's going on with my shop? I don't know. So. Yeah, here, I'll show you a picture. I always like showing pictures of Moral. Especially now that we've redone the model. Oh my god, do I still not have the... Dude, I really need to put these in the right folder. That's Moral. So, yeah. Basically, because it's in VR chat, you can just make yourself look like whatever you want. Whatever your character is, right? That's how everybody sees you in the game. And it's 4 hours long, once a week. When it's happening. It's 4 hours long once a week, and you log into the server, and then everybody just, like, lives their lives as their character for 4 hours. And some people are really chaotic, and some people are... like me, and just run a cafe and pick up plants and shit and do really boring stuff for 4 hours for the most part. Yeah, it's cool. So, you know, you can load up models with like magic effects and stuff. So if you're saying, okay, my character does fire magic, you can actually put like fire magic effects on them. The interesting part of that is always trying to figure out, how can I, in as easy of a way as possible, explain to everybody else what happens when I do this, right? So if you, say, have like... I'll give you an example for my character. So my character developed an affinity with lightning magic. And I was told, because I didn't know how to control it, because it just popped up, that I needed to figure out how to basically, like, ground myself to get rid of the charge. And if I didn't, when I interacted with mech characters or like robot characters of any description, if I touched them, I would do a bunch of damage to them. So then it was like, how is there a way to get that across to someone in RP? Or do I have to say like, by the way, now that you've touched me, we have to call a DM because you've taken a bunch of damage, which is exactly what had to happen one time. Moral was barefoot. Moral didn't have any shoesies until now. Now Moral's got shoes and gloves, specifically so that they don't electrocute people. Oh my god. So yesterday we had our barbecue, right? Our impromptu barbecue, and it was very cute. And the kids had a blast. We ate a bunch of good food. And Sam, in a moment of like rare like sincerity, looked around and was like, "This is really nice. This is exactly what I wanted." And his dad goes, "A dirty table?" And he was like, "Shut the fuck up." Like, come on, man. No. Just like nice nights where we're all just spending time together and eating food, Dad. But also a dirty table. Absolutely. I love that. Yeah. I was picking my father-in-law's brain about why he loves golf so much. Because it's just, I've never had an interest in golf, but I now know a lot of people, specifically adjacent to this family, that love golf. And I was like, why do you love golf so much? And he was like, I just love sports in general. I've always loved sports. And as I've gotten older, golf is a sport that I can still be competitive at and have my age not really matter. And I was like, what an insightful answer. Yeah, he loves it. Anytime he can, he'll go golfing. I told him I wanted to learn how to fish. And he was like, okay. Like, I hear that you took all of your kids fishing. And he was like, mm-hmm. It's like, so I'm just saying, if I start learning how to fish, if you want to go fishing. He was like, oh, God. An outdoor sport where you don't get exhausted after 10 minutes. Yeah. You can just chill, have a quiet moment, you know. Have Sam's siblings and parents been on a stream before? They're in like some old videos of his. I don't know if they're still up or if he took them down at some point, but they were in old videos of his before. I don't think they've ever been on stream. Someone was asking what that song is. No idea. No clue. I don't know. Yeah, it's a TikTok song. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. It's apparently called Cupid. People are saying it's a K-pop song. Yes, that's true. I don't think he ever streamed on camera. But yeah, George streamed for a hot minute. This guy. Yesterday, Sam goes, I had a big hair right here. Why didn't you say anything? I was like, I didn't notice it. He was like, wait, you don't like to look at me? I was like, what the fuck? And I don't remember how, but somehow it turned into us like making fun of each other because I have like this crazy weird zit on my neck that just won't go away. And he had one on his temple. And I was like, look, we're distracted, okay? There's other shit going on. Oh my gosh. It was a hot, sleepy day, dude. Should be raining soon. In England? Because if so, that would be great. Actually, hold on. I'm going to check. Weather forecast. Rain tomorrow! That's what I'm talking about. Still hot. Still warm. But rain. So I'll take it. Thunderstorms, and then 27 degrees, 27 degrees, 27 degrees, 27 degrees, 27 degrees. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's currently 31 where I am. Cute. Very humid, very hot, very spicy. Everybody take care of yourselves. Please make sure that you keep cool in any way possible. I was given a good tip by friend of the show, Summer Salt, who said, buy a big pack of grapes and throw them in the freezer. And I did. And it's great. Yeah. A lot of the frozen grapes were given to the chickens by the kids, which I figure is fine. It's peak cold brew season. That's also true. I really want to make some cold brew. Yeah, another good option if you have animals that eat like little bits of veg, if you get like those mixed vegetable packs, that go in the freezer. You just dump a bunch of that in a bowl and give it to the animals. They'll love that shit. How long did it take for you to get used to Celsius and not thinking in Fahrenheit? I still haven't. I know 30 is hot. I know 20 is comfortable. So I work in there. I work with that. If it's close to 30, I know it's hot. And if it's close to 20, I know it's fine. Yes, and 0 is frozen. Those are that's all I need to know, I think. I don't want to know 40. Me neither. $20's a bit much for me. I meant for the shade. Yeah, I want the inside of my house to be like 17 or 18. That's nice for me. And then I just don't want the sun out. I say that, but like, I like when it warms up, sure. But when the sun is just beating on you, that's not fun. I want the sun to peek out from the clouds for like an hour every day. Yeah, I want there to be like light clouds. I want the sun situated behind some thin cloud cover, and then I'm good. Goodness. Alrighty. Let's start wrapping up, shall we? Tomorrow is Monday, so as always, as of 3 weeks ago, we'll be making our schedule together. We'll decide what we're gonna play. Apparently there are a bunch of demos out, so would love to play some of those, so we can do a demo day or a couple demo days, I don't know, depending on how much is available, and then see what else has come out, or if there's anything that that's on our recommended list from you guys using your channel points. The demo days of summer. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then Next Fest on the 19th, I think someone said. So yeah, we'll figure all of that out tomorrow. I always miss Mondays. I want to catch this stream. I don't put my VODs behind a paywall, so you can always watch it when you get a chance, but I know a lot of people don't really like watching VODs on Twitch. Okay, let's read off some Valentines. Never Normal says, thank you, Dodger, and the community for being a safe place we can all hang out and get some joy. It's been a rough few days with a family member losing her fight with cancer. I'm so sorry. Big hugs to you. I hope that we can cheer you up a little bit. That's so hard. Thundergrub says, a Valentine to Doogs for the chill times. I'm working on a big crochet project for Lamia, a commish. Oh my. It's the most motivated I've been to work with yarn in a long, long while. A whole lot of crocodile stitches, and the colors are so much fun. How sweet. Russo Guru says, I just had my 45th birthday yesterday. The best gift of all is getting to hang with the people I love, the cat gang, and watching a stream from Doogs. Aww. Lamia says, a little Valentine to say that I'm watching stream from my own little newly rented workshop, working for the first time here, enjoying the vibes, and also a big heart to Thundergrub for working on a yarn project for me. And Amarian also said, to anyone who writes for fun or for money, you guys are so strong. I finished another chapter of my thesis and it was so hard. I think I lost many of my brain cells, but the good news is one more chapter and then I'm Dr. Amma. Ah, I'm very proud of you. Any of you guys who are working on thesis projects and stuff like that, stay strong. We believe. Come on. Alrighty. Natera, thank you for the 30 months. Russo Guru for the 25. Lurking Like a Rock for the 34. Raise the Dead for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much for the support and the love. Porzio for the 71. Russo for the gifted sub. Jane Bug for the 20 months. Astra for the 97. Pyro Wolf Point for the 47. Kendra Lagrange, again, welcome to the cat gang. Thank you very much. I just realized I left my glasses just sitting here. Bink. Exo Scouts, thank you for the 100 months. I appreciate it. Dorlugas for the 70. Ducky Lavelle for the 2. Kilia for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much for the support. And Weird Uncle Jay for the gifted sub. No one grabbed raid leader, so let's see. Ooh, not much going on, dude. Jimmy the Brush is playing Bolt Gun. Let's do that. Go say hi to Jimmy. Jimmy's lovely. Normally, him and his wife normally do mini paints together, which is very fun. But he's playing Bolt Gun right now. So if you want to watch some mindless Warhammer 40k shit, then feel free. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow, and we'll put together our schedule and figure out what we're doing for the week. So take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your weekend, and bye-bye!